She got her nails trimmed this morning.
All right. All right, we are up and running. Is everybody ready? Everybody got all their stuff?
Good body. Great.
Everybody tuck their testicles in. Just make sure.
That's not fair. Some people have an unfair advantage.
That's true. Jesse's are still inside.
Thank God.
Laura's are still at home.
No, I think they're here.
I thought you would have left it in the drawer, but dang, if you carry that shit with you.
Well, that's how she
What's
gets
that? I keep that thing on me.
I keep that thing on
Keep
me.
that motherfucking thing on me.
She's got a hip holster with.
No. The old timey click clack rock.
She no. She like the little hot sauce holsters.
Yeah.
Oh, this might hold yours. Never mind.
Oof. Fucking Claymore.
Frag out.
All right. So, last session, lovingly dubbed the longest hallway ever. It still picks it up when it's on blue. It's just not as good. The blue is the directional mic. The green one is the omnidirectional. Yeah, I mean, what's to say about the longest hallway ever? Massive amounts of magical glyphs.
That we could have just fucking pooped around.
Look, I said I was sorry.
Lots and lots of magical glyphs that ended up, technically speaking, killing 2 of the party members. Very nearly killing a 3rd one.
It's Alzheimer's, it's fine.
But, yeah, that's true. They should have just left your memory wiped out.
Right?
You wouldn't even remember you almost died.
They burned a very good opportunity.
Wish I had thought of that.
Yeah, a pretty rough magical hallway.
Had we not, and her memory eventually came back, she would have been more angry.
Only if you told me you could have fixed it the entire time.
Yeah. Knowing my dumbass, I would have told you. Knowing Jesse's dumbass, you would have known at some point. Someone would have said something.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
wouldn't have saved my ass, but for just a few short moments. I better hope I got some fucking spell slots left.
Kept me on a fucking robe like what a Niffler to win the gold. Fucking truffle
That would have
pig.
been great.
The fucking truffle pig, the rogue. Great.
It's like one of those toddler harnesses.
Would have gone over swimmingly. Sure, wear the thing. You wear it all the time. You love it. All your names.
Would she have had to start a new character sheet?
Huh?
Would she have had to start a new character sheet for that? If remember who's wiped?
We'll see.
Oh! I like the way that was worded.
Good chance it's not the first time you'll run into one of those.
Good to know.
Or good time it won't be the last time you run into one of those. How's that?
Good time you won't get.
Huh?
Good time it won't be the last time you will.
Wow.
You said good time.
Oh,
Good chance.
good chance. Words are words. Sometimes they're too word-like. Yeah. So
Hello, bodies.
having a good time. Going through all of the magical glyphs, explosions, memory wipes, lots and lots of blades,
Mhm.
necromancy, lots of craziness. Eventually, you make it through the hallway, through the tunnel, exit out into an incredibly large canyon-like cavern with piles and piles of dead corpses, still leaking fluid in a dark cavern. Taking your guys' rest there,
And then nightmares ring.
setting up your Liam's tiny hut.
Around all the nightmare fuel.
Jesse, the note is still in effect. Gotcha.
I figured.
Gotcha. As you all wake up in the last little bit of the Liam's tiny hut, is there anything you would like to do?
I need to change my spells.
While you're looking through that, I'm going to go ahead and start looking through this and see if I have anything that'll work for
I think
today.
I just take out the pencils and chop.
Chances are I probably don't.
I'm taking off Erupting Earth and putting on Fly.
Okay.
How many was it that we said I could prepare a day? It was my
It's your wizard level
Yeah.
plus your intelligence modifier.
right. So
And then the ones that shouldn't change are the ones that are your
yeah.
chosen of the Zuth.
Yeah.
Those ones should always stay the same.
So
Okay.
All right, are you good?
Oh yeah, Mark. How many arrows and whatnot are in that clever?
You don't have any arrows. Do you want arrows?
Yes.
No, I. If we want to do the bowling thingy.
The bowling thing?
When was it? They're
Alright.
talking about how they wanted to open up on it with arrows and then they're.
if we open up with a salvo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap one spell for another.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't
Okay.
remember that conversation whatsoever.
oof. We were talking about that. He's got your old bow now, and he's got
And he's got a longbow. He's got bottomless quiver. Well, not bottomless, but
basically, he's got a quiver with an extra dimension space in it.
I figured that was the quiver he got off Houston or something.
It is.
Yeah. I figured it would have had stuff in it already.
No, actually, did you ask? No one asked about that.
Oh,
No one asked about it.
No one did.
I figured whoever gave the other two in the first place. How many arrows in stuff are in it, if any?
You can write down here. Actually, let's do it this way.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
gonna lie.
I don't remember how many shots she fired off. So instead,
She's
we're just
fired
gonna
off
do
quite
this
a
as
few.
fairly simple. She did. She fired off quite a few.
Yeah. She has to-
But I'm also assuming she was well prepared for like a small army.
Obviously, like, yeah.
She fired at least 10.
And the
She
neat
went
thing
through
is,
like
if you
10
keep
And I
track of
mean,
your shots,
You don't
can
have the full lore for it or anything like that. But I mean, you read the sheet.
Yeah.
She made her own bow, so yeah, she kind of makes her own arrows and everything.
I mean, and there is an arrow on the sheet, in the picture. So like, we're going based off of the picture.
What?
No, that's not a thing.
So now you have to get used to keeping track of how much you shoot, because technically, if you go scratch afterwards, you get half of it back.
I've played Skyrim for many, many years. This is already ingrained in my brain.
Thank you. What's the correct answer?
Because it adds up. Getting half back is nice.
What is it?
You can
32 arrows.
So at the end of battle, if you
Yeah.
complete
actually
the
a pretty good
collect,
roll
you get
on that
half
one.
your shots back.
Right. So, like, what is it that you can take where you you can get more, or that's not a thing?
To get more than you fired?
No. To get more than half back.
Oh, I don't think that's a thing.
I've never heard of that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was.
A very generous DM, but
I
the
mean,
trap.
that would be the only way to do it.
And let you roll investigation, you roll a 29. Okay, fuck it, you find them all.
Roll a 20.
Yeah, you find all but one, the one that's like stuck in that guy's eye.
And they somehow
Yeah, it's
none of
lost
them
in the
ever
skull.
break
Right.
or anything. Yeah. I think that was still fair.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking of the air, like arrows hitting the fucking Gorgon we were fighting against. They did damage, but like the arrowheads were stuck in. Just everything else was fucking shattered.
I mean,
Right.
she's dead. You can carve out her bone.
You know, we should have thought about making arrows from her bones. Like arrows.
For who? Just to do it?
It's just like, yeah, well, fuck not. It's just
Insult
like,
to injury?
Well, I mean, you can't do anything with it. You're just gonna be like, look what I got. Like a little kid, like arrowhead collection. Like, you're gonna head collection, you fucking weirdo. Like,
hey, there's a reason I have that.
Yeah, the
You're
only
a
reason
weirdo.
you don't have a hand collection is because you haven't been able to yet.
Yeah,
For some
exactly.
reason, God frowns on that.
Yeah, no. Oh, see, my whole thing is like there's a very specific kind of skull that I need. This is just helping me in the long run.
Look, whatever your Middle Earth eugenics is telling you, that doesn't.
That's not what's going on here. That is not what's going on here.
Right. The elf collecting other races.
All right,
yeah,
I need to
not
find a way to
eugenics.
use that term in actual conversation now. Middle Earth eugenics.
We don't need that.
I mean, he wasn't
Find
too
anything
far
for
off from
arrows,
Tolkien anyway.
No, okay, yeah, no, I could have sworn I heard some of it beforehand. I'm okay with being wrong. But I was like,
Good. I'm glad you accepted that.
I would
Yeah,
accept
no,
I had to.
see, like unnecessary. Yeah, no, like I'm right. And we're using the skulls, you know, of our enemies to help feed the addiction.
Not really.
Yeah.
You kind of had that before we even knew that dude existed. So.
Yeah, but now I have a better reason.
Oh, great. So why are we hunting these? We just clear out your office.
Hmm?
So why are we hunting these? We
Because
just
those
clear out your
heads,
office.
most of them don't have coherent brains any
Yeah,
longer.
I mean, it doesn't really change if he steps in or out of it anyway.
That's true.
Now, I've got to say, your office must smell really fucking bad at this point.
Yeah, after you assholes are spending like a few minutes at a time, like farting in there, yeah, definitely so.
No, because you got it full of, like, dead bodies, don't you?
No, no,
Like heads and shit.
no,
I thought you had it full of heads.
no. Did I say I did?
Like every time we kill something, you chuck half its corpse in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and I
thought
use
so.
it. I've been using it. I've been doing stuff.
I've seen what you guys roll for medicine checks. Now you haven't.
Wait a
know
minute.
what?
Nobody at the table has a medicine check.
Maybe that's why we're so easy to track. We leave a trail of fucking mutilated fucking corpses behind us.
Maybe we should start
Every
reading
time
more
we
of the-
rest, there's just
Horrible
like
needles, not even
diced
butchered.
meat behind us.
Maybe that's what we should be doing is like
Just
bringing
diced
more of the
meat, like
bodies
bones,
with
looks like-
us.
Looks like
Sliced
some.
ham.
It looks like somebody's just been eating chicken wings, just
Oh wow!
tossing them behind.
And like not even eating all the meat off the bone. Like, you
Yeah,
still
no,
got,
like one
chunks.
bite, chuck it. One bite, chuck it.
Yeah.
Like full on wasteful
Straight
wing
glutton.
eating.
This is like we ordered Postmates and ate part of the guy. Like-
All right, so
yeah, case by prepared spells. I'm okay.
okay. All right. As the Leomin's hut goes down, where would you like to go?
Sweep for the eye. Usual.
What's that?
Take a look for the creepy ass eye.
Okay, go for it.
Usual.
Is anybody keeping light up?
I probably would
Please,
be at.
dead bodies, please, please.
Yeah, I probably would be at.
Dead, undead bodies. Fucking weird version of Sound of Music.
The hills are alive
Yep.
with the sound of groaning.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, we're doing the bodies.
Muffled groaning?
What's sitting on the face goes wrong?
Different kinds of bodies.
A guy died.
When you don't bite the pillow.
Is it investigation?
No, this would just be a perception because there's
Okay.
nothing to physically interact with.
That's 12. Great. I don't see shit. Got a 9.
All right.
Quick fail.
Kind of hard to see.
Okay. Way too distracted. Dead bodies.
Groaning coming from all around.
That's figuring.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
fluffy on that.
So
The dead bodies, though they still look at least relatively well preserved-ish for being dead, like definitely dead bodies, there's no movement or sound from them. So,
Hey, doesn't Lathander have a thing against the undead?
that's actually my whole thing.
Cool.
It's like my entire
Hey,
thing.
he went hunting undead things for our first time off. I
Yeah,
thought the shit was
yeah,
over.
Do you have any oil?
Oil?
Yeah.
Oil isn't lighted on fire. Well, as a matter of fact, I do have oil to light
Okay,
on fire.
cool. Hold on to it. I don't think we should burn this stuff just yet.
On the way out, we need to immolate this.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you. What? It's better than just like being like, okay,
We
I
can't
cast
leave
fireball on these mounds. It's not gonna happen. Why? Because we're potentially going into a fight with a necromancer. I need all my magic.
Oh, no. I mean, after we leave here, at the very least, we need to immolate this.
Oh
I
hell
mean,
yeah!
we still run the risk that he's just gonna animate them.
So after we leave this room, do you think we should set a fire?
I don't know.
Okay, well, because you're saying it as if you're questioning as if like, why are you just now having this idea, or like I'm very
have pretty
confused.
decent knowledge of how necromantic rituals and necromancy in general works, right?
you would have a mixed bag of truth, myth, fiction. So, yeah, what is it you're actually looking for? And we'll see.
I was just going to say, I was going to point out the fact that whenever you summon undead, there's a good chance that the undead will remain alive even after the caster's gone.
Correct. That is definitely something you would know. Absolutely.
Right. So, but like, I don't know. It's just like there seems to be some hesitancy. It's like, why
I'm
would
just
we
saying,
do
okay,
this?
so giant, like, thing of dead bodies. We're gonna find a necromancer. Should we take the ammunition away from him?
Well, yeah.
It's a fair point to
Yeah.
do this before we fight him.
Right. Cool. So as we're exiting the room, that way there's nothing behind us. We set a blaze.
And
That way we're not
What
walking
And
what
our
down
room
escape
are you
route.
talking about?
Well,
Like, I'm
this
assuming-
valley,
this valley of.
it's a big
corpses.
valley.
He's assuming that we're going to step into something not dead bodies.
We're gonna assuming
some
we're,
point.
Okay.
we're running to a point where there's not going to be any.
This is all going to be behind us.
So, I mean, condense. still what dead bodies, do we have something with enough energy to burn them efficiently and quickly?
Efficiently? No. Quickly? No. Not without using magic.
Burn them in general without using magic is a no. I have 3 flasks of oil.
Okay.
That's not enough oil.
No.
Is it special oil or just lantern oil?
Just lantern
I have
oil.
lantern oil.
Not much though.
Whatever
This is
name
a
of my
lot of-
explorers pack, but I haven't really used it yet because you guys like to play clap off.
Zen.
Yeah, I actually have explored that. Okay.
So we all have about 3 flasks of
It's
oil.
almost like everyone gets
Yeah,
to see
it should come with like I think it's a standard 3. I think.
Yeah.
So that's 12
Sounds
flasks
about
of
right.
oil, which is not nearly enough to immolate one of these piles properly, right?
Well, I'm assuming they're not just piles. Like they're all
They're
connected
hills.
somewhere.
They're just piles of.
You guys
hills.
haven't really moved from the initial spot, so from what you can see to the edge of your dark vision, there's a pretty substantial pile that you can't even see close to the top of.
With some
Like
stairs.
over here,
Mhm.
that takes up a space almost to the wall of the cavern on this side that you guys had come in, because we're calling this the wall and like an opening that you guys came into, and this would have been where you had rested.
Mhm.
Massive pile of bodies here that you can't see the top of, and another massive pile over on this side that's set a little bit further away from the wall that you can't see the top of.
Okay. Are any of the bodies wearing clothes? Or are they just like naked?
They all you can see bits of fabric all layered in there.
Flammable material.
So maybe if we get the fire started, we can just have them spread.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We can hope it will spread. What?
Nothing.
This is
It's a
out loud.
possibility it will spread.
I mean, it's kind of like like metagaming. It's like when you like garbage piles. So normally stuff that would decompose when it's sealed off by lots of weight, it doesn't decompose.
Right,
So you would probably need to scatter the piles a little bit
right. And there's
if you're
really,
going to burn it more efficiently.
I mean, I would also like to see undead try to fight their way out of the middle of the burning pile. So, like, there's that.
I'm pretty sure they can because don't they basically have nothing stopping them besides their will to.
And wait,
Chief?
because
Yeah,
like, they're not
effectively, their will and their weight.
Wait, so-
Okay, great. So they just keep wiggling it as.
Yeah. So that would also take a pretty long spread. Fire.
It's about the best way we have because you can't fireball this and expect it to catch.
No.
This is wet. You would need constant heat. They would probably take a couple of
It's
flame
like a
spears to
lot
get
of
it
energy
catch.
burning in the body.
Okay, so it was just an idea, and
I
like,
didn't say anything bad. I'm just trying to find an efficient way to
right.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
kill the enemy.
I'm not seeing a good way. Not right now. If we had a fuck ton of wood, yes. But we ain't got a fuck ton of wood.
Kind of the Black Forest. That's a lot of fucking energy.
I mean, at the very least, we can take the oil behind us.
Can
light
dead
fire.
hurt us without limbs?
I'm not taking however long it's going to be to like.
Well, if you have better medicine
Dismember
checks, it wouldn't
them all.
take that long.
Anyone
if
got,
I had a sword, it wouldn't take that long.
wait,
Do
wait,
you want a
wait.
sword? We have an extra sword.
Anyone got like a wood chipper we could feed them through?
Can I make a wood
Wait.
chipper?
Wait.
Excellent question.
He's just like,
But
I want
no.
to. I want to make a people mower.
They're like
Lawnmower. You just hold one hand out. It's like the lawnmowers that go along the canals.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, there you go.
I was just thinking more like long fence. It's like hello,
A
General
delimber?
Kenobi.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
I have one other idea. I wonder what
Oh,
runes
Grievous.
directly
You're talking
behind
about General Grievous.
because they seem to be infinitely recharging.
Yeah.
That could be our energy.
Wait. Come again?
That's a great idea. I would like to turn around and take a look at the. I want to get.
Ushi's wondering why you don't just push them off the table.
Have you tried shitting on them and then burying them?
All right, you like to what?
I want to take a look at the runes that we just passed by, the ones that are like bordering into this room. I'd like to see like what I can tell about them, like as far as like with my magical sight, and then to try to identify what they are exactly.
Okay. They are necromantic.
Okay.
and you've seen a form of this, a lesser form, called a glyph of warding.
Right.
But these are something far more powerful. You can't really quite put a name to it. You've never been shown this particular spell. It's significantly above your level. It's significantly above your ability.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know.
How far away is the nearest body from me?
Are you roughly where the Leomans' tiny hut was?
Yeah.
Probably about 20, 25 feet-ish.
Good touch.
Can you help me real quick?
With
Help me grab one of these bodies. We want to chuck it through the room behind us. wanna see
Okay,
if it
I
sets
thought
it
that's
off.
what we were going through before, but my problem is I don't want to throw the dead body through the necromancer spell. I'd rather throw it through like one of the choppy ones.
It'd be too hard to transport it through
Yeah, like
various
how,
sets.
how far in are we from?
I'm not spending any magic to go back.
No, I was just figuring if we could chuck them onto the runes and set off the runes, that'd be one way to get rid of the bodies.
If you
Okay.
guys want to go back, you can jump over.
Fuck that.
Good luck.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I feel like I've probably already done something similar already. So no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
Wouldn't know though,
I
would you?
feel like I've done this before.
In another life, almost.
Almost.
Okay, so I mean we can do that. We still have to run the risk that one, touching them is going to trigger something, and two, throwing them through this magic line is going to do something.
Maybe.
I mean, there's a chance it will.
Yeah.
Last time we tried organic material, it didn't. It might see a full body as different, but who knows?
I mean,
Words
if they're
qualifiers.
mostly intact with the electrical current through it, it might trick in thinking it's alive.
Is there a way to transfer arcane energy?
It's
through power lines? Can we potentially turn this
That'd be
necromancer
normal.
into a battery?
Unlimited power.
Use the rooms to charge up the most powerful fucking fireball.
Unlimited cosmic
Right?
power.
Is this like hypothetically speaking? If I had a rod of absorption, no. Would it be like hooking it up to a car battery?
It's like the light bulb potato
No.
experiment, where we're using necromancer as the potato.
Plug Gothramar in with
No. It's giving Dothamar a nuclear backpack.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
Yeah, none
To
of which do any of us want to do. Ever.
If we do it with Daniel, he can be like one of the dudes with the fail saver.
I mean, you're not wrong. But... All right, come on.
Yeah,
Help me
okay,
grab
fine,
this.
let's just grab a body.
Okay.
Can we
So,
Alright,
find
so
a
what are you guys
body
doing?
not too
I'm
backing
tight?
away.
Okay.
We want to find a body that's, that we can pull out the pile without disturbing it too much.
For the most part,
Not a fat one.
yeah, not a fat one.
for the most part, the bodies look like they have hit the top of the pile and rolled down to like stack for the most part on top of each other. But there's at least a couple of them that have rolled and hit in a bad way, and so they kind of sprawled a little bit further away from the pile. There's probably a good like 5 or 6 that are away from the pile that aren't buried.
So I'll produce one that stands. Got it. Yeah, we'll
True.
take one of those. All right.
Smell
I'll get
slightly
the head,
better.
you get the feet.
I'll be going with them in case anything attacks.
So we're going to walk over, grab its head. She's going to grab its feet,
Mhm.
and we're going to walk back and chuck it through the runes just to see if it sets it off.
Okay.
I want to see if it destroys his body.
So you're super
All right.
religious and everything, but like respecting dead bodies just.
Well, they're already dead.
Yeah.
What else can
Okay,
happen?
I'm just making sure where we draw the lines is kind of funny.
Heave ho, and a let go,
Yeah.
and you watch as the body hits shoulder first and just rolls on the other side, completely unaffected by the runes.
I
Just didn't even light up.
I forget how far are the next ones. 200 feet. Yeah, I can't roll anything. There's child.
All right, fuck it. That was all I
What?
had. We'll have to leave.
You going for a fastball special?
Oh my god.
See?
Attach it to an
Hit
arrow
the
and
next
throw
one
Okay.
it.
over.
We found the line.
It's
I
that children.
Oh, it's already dead. It's a meat.
I mean,
Oh, okay,
It's-
hold on a
when,
second.
when you
it's
do,
a meat
when you
soccer ball. Just
when you run them
We run through a wood chipper.
when you run the math,
I was like libertarianism, like
miscarried fetuses are a significantly small portion of the total deaths in a year. Okay, I mean, I
I'm
guess
not
long
carving
enough
up anything
timeline.
that looks like feminine enough to have a uterus. Like I'm not taking that time to do that.
I mean, probably the only way you're gonna find something that you even have a hope of getting 200 feet. I mean, if it still has the umbilical cord, you got a hammer throw.
That's true.
You turn into a meteor hammer. Get it? Because it's meaty. Anyways, sorry.
It's so fine.
All right. Well, my plan didn't work. I say we just leave them be.
Okay, we'll leave it be.
Okay.
That's also soul, right? You wouldn't discriminate against like kids.
Worst comes to worst, I can literally destroy them by the horde.
Do you think
Okay.
we need a whole body? We just take her head.
What is your opinion on baptized babies? Basically, is what she says.
No, we're not Catholic. We don't give a fuck.
Well, person here who's closest to being Catholic.
Every sperm is sacred.
Yeah, right.
Every sperm is good. Every sperm is needed in your neighborhood.
That's why good Catholic girls take it in the butt. Who was wrong? Daniel?
Also referred to as the loophole.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Are you just so good?
Glad that I have friends who know who the Garfunkel notes are. All right, so where are you guys heading?
Up
Let's
the
go.
stairs?
Yep. Let's head through the valley.
Yeah, we'll head through the Valley of Death.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of Christian symbolism in this here.
You mean like a bunch of massacred bodies? Yeah. What?
Yeah,
no,
that
That in and of itself is
Symbolism.
Christian symbolism.
yeah, right. That falls under the David thing, right?
Vengeful God part.
You know,
Oh, vengeful God.
abortions are bad until he tells you
Yeah,
to cut them
that-
out of women and smash them on
The
rocks.
dickhead.
Mm.
Got to take that part.
All right, marching order.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
I'll
little.
take up the front.
Then me.
And then I.
Oh, you hit the back. Great. Good thing our
We
kid's
can
not
go
black.
shoulder to shoulder. Like there's nothing that says that we can't.
How wide
Prefer
are the
you could be up
stairs?
There aren't stairs here.
No.
It's just a flat.
For some reason I thought
floor.
there were stairs.
No, it's just a flat floor with piles of dead bodies on either side,
I
and
recast light.
the way through. What's that?
I recast light.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha.
That's somehow worse.
Yeah, it's just a flat floor. There's small undulations in the floor where it's like it's not 100% perfectly flat or anything like that, but it's flat enough for all intents and purposes. Big, huge piles of bodies on either side, and
And so since we can't see the tops, we can't see where they've been dropped from.
correct. Everybody go ahead and make a perception check.
I think we've had that last time.
First roll.
18.
Perception 18 as well.
Actually, no, that.
Oh wow, I
This
got
can't-
under
I
just
already rolled
14.
All
My
right.
total is what he rolled.
How are you, Brian?
Traveling along, weaving your way in between the piles of bodies, though they seem to fill a certain area, they aren't in any uniform pattern. So you basically kind of have to walk in between all of these different piles of bodies. Sometimes a little bit further on, where some piles seem to almost connect with each other. Sometimes there's wide spaces between them. It doesn't seem like there's really any rhyme or reason to where these piles are located.
Does it smell like a lot of decomposition, or does it smell more like a meat shop?
There's definitely a strong sense of decomposition. There's not the gaseous smell that you would expect. You've smelled bodies that have been dead for a long period of time before. And while there is definitely a smell, like almost a sickly sweet smell of decomposition, there's no gas smell to these.
Yeah, like where it's like really.
Correct. That super horribly pungent smell. If all of these bodies were decomposing as normal, this whole entire place would be just simply untravelable. You could not come through here whatsoever. But about 150 feet into the cavern, slowly making your way over this one section where two of the piles seem to have come a little bit close together. And there's a little, not much, about 3.5 foot like hump where the two piles overlapped each other. And Arkin and R, you can just start to hear every now and then a soft thump.
Does it sound like it's coming up and down, or does it sound
Correct.
like it's...
The sound starts high up, and then you can kind of hear
Sounds like a body falling and then
Yeah.
clattering down one of the hills.
hitting one of the tops of the piles and clattering down.
I'm
Correct.
gonna stay quiet, kind of, and maybe kind of try and reach, I guess, Doff.
I wonder where those are coming from. Well, yeah, but I mean, like, why?
Can't see.
Are they on this plane, or is there a portal up there dumping them down, or what?
There's not a portal, just like on the other side where there's just a bunch of dead bodies. However,
Another fish portal.
do all the bodies look human, or do they?
You scream that's humanoid, right?
They're all basically humanoid.
Right. So
You can pick out a handful of ones that look a little bit more bestial. Maybe gnolls at some point. At least two larger ones that you have passed happen to be near the outside that might have been minotaurs. But other than that, for the most part, they're traditional humanoid forms. Lots and lots of humans. You know, a good number of elves and dwarves, halflings. The whole gamut of species.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Minotaurs are the ones who snatch up stuff.
Anyway, we're just gonna push it forward.
Okay. All right. Continuing on forward, I need perception checks again, please. Speaking of which, before you start calling things out, give me a minute.
Okay, that's better.
Uh-huh.
Hey!
You rolled what I got.
All right.
How's it feel? Well, I did too.
Because it's still double digits. Yeah, I'm feeling fine.
There's a Cooper joke to be made there.
Fuck. You counting?
He giggled at it first.
I giggled at it first. It's like, ha ha ha, because I thought you were doing my dick size. I'm like, we'll just talk about it. You freaking bonkers. Fuck.
All right.
22.
22,
27.
27,
22.
22,
15.
15. Very good rolls on it.
Thank God.
So it's like 13 or above each.
What's your bonus to perception?
7.
7 perception?
Really?
This is fun.
Probably have the lowest perception. I don't know.
All right. Continuing forward. As you move further and further through the bodies, making it another 50, 70 feet, you can all hear the bodies now falling from up above, hitting the tops of the piles. Multiple sometimes at the same time. No real rhyme or reason to it. There's no pattern. Just every now and then.
And I can't see the ceiling in this room, right?
No,
Too high up?
too high up. I mean, unless you have magic or something, some way of seeing it.
I need the specific wording on these guys. Actually, yeah, it's in here.
That's an idea. So we'll see what.
Why are there so many? Oh,
I could put my light on an arrow.
Which is true. But I'm
And
also afraid
obvious-
that whoever's dropping him will see.
would the area a mile above be an obvious location?
You're talking about for the clairvoyance, clairaudience?
Mm-hmm. An obvious location that is unfamiliar to you.
We'll get it on our way back.
That's a tough call because you can specify a specific. This is my ruling on this one until I search something up later on that I might counteract my own ruling on this. You can specify a location a certain distance away from you in a certain direction, and the spell will take effect in that place, whether there's anything to see there or not. So it's up to you.
Doth Arkin, with the sound of that, how far up do you think the bodies are falling from? If it's falling from a certain height, it's going to be louder. The bang. So.
That's not necessarily true
No,
because the
you have
body
to-
reaches terminal velocity in just a couple seconds.
You have,
Oh shit!
Yeah. you also have to take in like what it's landing on and what.
Everybody
type of
forgets
object
about
it is.
terminal velocity. It's okay.
Yeah, they'll only fall so fast.
That's why like falling off a building, the same thing as falling off a plane.
Me too.
Well, good. I mean, if y'all want to see what's up there, we can do it.
I
But
guess if you're
we'll do
worried,
a surprise.
you can always climb the pile.
So the surprise right now to us is, or supposed surprise is, to us is way more valuable
Yeah.
than
Than knowing where the bodies are.
where they're coming from. What we're looking for may not even be where the bodies are coming from.
Exactly.
We don't have that certainty.
We can check it when we come back, though.
Sounds good.
Let's continue on.
Okay.
Speed run.
All right.
You're such a spoiled brat.
So, continuing on through the piles of bodies. Suddenly, your light goes out. Your light doesn't just go out.
I can't turn it back on, can I?
All of your vision goes dark. As Arkin feels the sharp edge of something come to rest against her throat. And just rest there.
Am I allowed to react?
Think carefully. You may do what you wish.
I can't see shit. Something turned my light up.
How far away would R be from me?
Well, you were right behind me in line.
I know. That's why I picked you out specifically. How far?
Between 5 and 10.
I can't pick you.
Something's fucking with us.
You hear a voice in your head. Nothing out loud. Speak, little rat.
Since it's in her head, I can't hear it doing
Are you able to see anything?
No, it's extremely
The
dark.
pressure's only on my throat, correct?
On your throat.
I can't see anything.
No.
Can I try and slide my hand to my dagger? No, actually. I'll use my mending.
Can we use the safe word?
No.
So you're going to pull your hands together?
Is everyone okay?
We're gonna do- Now I'm going to try and go to the dagger on my hip.
You're reaching for your dagger?
I am.
You feel the blade pull just slightly. You take 1 point of slashing damage. Not a good idea. Tell your friends you have company.
Well, guys, I think we're found out.
Why do you say that?
What makes you say that?
Because I'm bleeding.
Is this good company or bad company?
I'm bleeding.
The darkness goes away. Looking over at Arkin, you see her standing there, and behind her is an 8-foot tall, emaciated skeleton with hands easily the size of how tall this creature is. Each individual finger every bit of 4.5 foot long, with edges that look sharp enough to cut through solid steel. And one hand is held directly in front of her throat. In your head again. You wish to see the master.
Something like that. No one else hears that, right?
No, I don't hear anything.
No one sees the master without an invitation.
What are you hearing?
This guy. Definitely works for the necromancer, and apparently we're not invited.
Well, that's understandable. Could you please let our friend know?
Do you still wish to see the master?
want to follow him to the necromancer?
Did you say you need us there?
I don't know. Yeah, so we still want to go.
Yes.
I would say so, yeah.
We still want to go to see his master, I suppose.
I would say yes.
Yeah, it's a hard yes.
Excellent.
Sorry, give me just one moment. Hello?
Who's that?
My sister. Never mind. Let's continue. Sorry about that.
Asking about your vehicle warranty.
No, it's my sister.
Hey, big brother.
All right.
That's.
You watch as the edges of the two piles just off to the left of the general direction where you were going start to light up with a silver-edged black flame.
That's unnatural.
I kind of like it.
I think everything here is unnatural.
I don't like that. It's the wrong kind of fire.
Yeah, fire's normally supposed to be black, but no, fire's not normally supposed to be black. No, I. Everyone found out something new about not today. No,
Glad. Super, super comforting.
well, I've never said anything but my fireballs not being like normal color.
Yeah, I know. Some of the dead bodies in the office.
There's no dead bodies in the office that you saw.
So the
Mind your
bodies
business.
light up with flame.
Along the left side pathway.
Do we get our friend to come
Can I
with us?
kind of try to like walk towards that direction?
Walking forward, the blade stays pressed against your throat, but the creature seems to effortlessly move with you.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Anyone else want to trade hostage?
No. Sorry. Didn't know.
Out of game, I could try activating Continuum and just stun the thing.
I mean, I have a.
I would
I
say
have a
that
way
for
to
the
get rid of it
necromancer
too.
fight.
I have a couple ways to get rid of it.
Yeah, we all have a couple of ways to get rid of
Good
it.
to know. So you're all a bunch of rat bastards,
So here's
and
the
you'll be
thing.
dealt with accordingly.
So I could actually save you. I could potentially damage it, and then you don't take any damage. You make no saving throws. You'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean, if we were to try it, we would all need to do it all at the same time, just in case any one of ours fails.
I mean, I'm a human anyway. We knew I was going to end up in a pile of dead bodies for a necromancer. Let's just.
Yeah,
Bring it
no,
back.
just like it, would you rather be? Would you rather it though be
It's like
a
watching your
necromancer
dog.
you know?
Right.
What? I'm very clearly an invocation wizard.
Strength gank over
Yeah,
here.
so totally, clearly, obviously.
Yeah. What?
All right.
So when Waterdeep comes to kill all of us,
Well, not all of us.
Why
The
would
party's
Waterdeep
about to
come
watch their what's equivalent to their dog being hit by a car.
a grave circle.
All right. What are you all doing?
We make enough dead bodies where I shouldn't have to steal anything.
Good point. Good point.
That's what I'm taking on in your campaign. Actually,
All right. I guess we're just gonna follow the
Yeah, but
path.
you have enough dead siblings in that one to like fill like half the.
but they're already
City.
like gone.
I know.
I still need that backstory.
Yeah.
And when they're incorporeal, they fit. You can fit tons of them
Don't like that.
How many balls do you think are in your thingy?
In my thingy, I hope none. In the hole, probably a few. They're probably stashed in there now, so they can fuck with us at a later point.
there. What are
The dolls.
Oh,
James was
like
like,
dolls?
yeah, exactly. See, because the second he heard us talking about that, he was just like, they are now.
Somehow he's holding
What dolls?
in his other hand up to my throat.
You feel a small tug at your pant leg. You look down. There's a porcelain face.
Like kittens when they crawl up your pants leg.
Just turns it around to the undead. Please kill me. I just see that. I don't want it.
Bastard, you're a bitch. Do it.
All right.
Pull the trigger.
So, what are you guys doing?
Firemellow, you're a bitch? Is that what you said? No.
I believe we're just going to follow the pathway
We'll
around.
just follow the pathway, and I'd like to keep an eye on the thing, make sure it's not killing our friend.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Just one hit at a time.
Cautiously moving forward. Passing between the piles of bodies on that side. As you come around the far side, you watch as the trail of fire continues lighting up the lowest, most dead bodies in a very noticeable, not very well lit pathway. About 20 minutes of travel, heading further and further into the canyon. Make a perception check. See who sees this.
17.
16.
17.
21.
Ooh.
I was bronze.
Not really caring too much about Arkin, looking more towards the future.
That's his narrative. That's not what I said. That's just his narrative. Okay,
And I take what I can get.
It's canon.
motherfucker.
Looking further up ahead, perhaps it's a side effect of using your detect magic vision so much. There's a almost imperceptible gray glow that seems to be just barely showing up above what look to be the peaks of some of these piles of dead body. The peaks are just showing up as like dark shadows against this barely perceptible gray glow further up ahead.
Does it look to be getting easier to perceive as we get close?
Well, this would have been the first time.
Right.
Moving forward, yes. Coming around a couple more piles of bodies, probably about another 30, 40 feet further ahead, and paying closer attention, you can just barely notice that it is slowly starting to get just slightly brighter.
All right. I'm switching over to detect magic sight. Do I notice any other?
The pathway of flame absolutely glows. There's a definite magical effect to that. But other than that, there's nothing within range of your detect magic.
I'm gonna kind of surreptitiously let everyone know what I noticed coming up as far as the great blob.
Okay.
And in case you didn't think of it beforehand, just to double check and make sure everyone's on the same page, to not touch the black flames that are leading us to where we're going.
Oops.
You even gotta look at me. Don't even turn. You know? Just as a casual reminder that if red fire deals fire damage, black fire probably fucking doesn't.
Continuing forward through the piles
So
of
you're
dead
killed by
bodies.
yourself.
You'll just be added to the pile.
You'll forever be surrounded by dolls.
You guys fucking
Unless-
like Egyptian bury me with them?
Unless the dolls, the little porcelain dolls, attach strings to your body and puppet you.
Okay, I'm dead. That's fine.
Yeah. But what if you still keep all of your, what if you keep your character sheet? That's how you play for it.
Well, I wouldn't be playing. God would be
Well,
playing.
I mean, like, hold on a second. Like, telepathically communicating with the dolls now.
You gain 4 additional character sheets.
There you go.
You literally, it's just your hit points spread out amongst the 4 dolls that are puppeting you.
That's on my mech. Got it.
Yeah.
Great.
There you go. Instead of Voltron, we have Archon.
Right.
No.
All right. So,
Are you still on your teeth, man?
No, actually.
It's just IQ points at this point.
Brain cells.
That's right. That's right.
one too many hits to the head.
Yeah, more than likely. And like that's a real big talk coming from you, like pot, kettle, and all that shit.
No, literally pot.
Yeah.
Literally just pot at this point. It's like, I'm pretty sure if you shake your head real hard, we'll get a gram out of you.
Yikes.
Yeah, I said head, not sweater. It's on
It's
your
the
shoulders. Motherfucker. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
No, you're not.
No. His character.
No, you're not. He's too useful.
Eh?
So you're playing both the dexterous characters on ropes?
Michonne,
That just sounds
Michonne
like a fun
from
evening.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a fun evening. Anyways,
All right. Continuing on forward, make about another 150, 200 feet into the cavern, and the rest of you can start to see the glow that's permeating from over the piles of dead bodies. The pathway continues to be well lit, leading in a meandering manner, but you kind of get the impression that it's leading to the shortest pathway to, like, through the piles of dead bodies.
Thank God you didn't turn this into a fucking.
You reach a certain point where you can see that just above the bodies that are the piles of bodies that are blocking your way in front of you, you can see just barely the tip of a pyramid appears to be showing up. The pyramid itself seems to be what's giving off this strange, eerie glow. It's hard to... At first, you couldn't really quite differentiate between the whole entire effect that was happening. Getting closer to it and actually being able to see the pyramid in and of itself, this isn't regular vision. Whatever effect this pyramid is giving off, it's the equivalent of a daylight spell for dark vision. Everything's still black and white. There's no color to be seen around you. But you can start to make out details of the piles around you, as if you were close enough for your dark vision to be working, though it's still several hundred feet away. Continuing forward, following the path, you watch as it opens up between two final piles of bodies. And on the other side, in between those piles, you can see the actual structure of the pyramid. It's every bit of 300 foot on a side. It wouldn't be massive if it was out in an open area, but in a closed-in cavern like this, it seems to take up the entire space. dominate the surroundings. And you can get a first clear look at the ceiling above as the aura that this pyramid gives off, if it can be called it, illuminates a fairly decent stretch of the ceiling above. And you can see rippling whirlpools all over the ceiling. And a couple seconds into seeing this, you watch as a body falls through one to land on the top of a pile. And then all coming from portals that appear to be just simply dotting the ceiling of this area.
That answers a question.
And a couple questions. Okay.
Looking at the pyramid, the sides are nearly smooth. Whatever stone it's made of appears to have been magically shaped. You can see individual blocks, but it's unnaturally smooth. Each side is centered by what appears to be an almost step-like pattern, similar to movie renditions of like the South American ziggurats. It's the overall structure is much more of like an Egyptian style pyramid with just a center section that is set in stone stairways. And the whole entire thing appears to be capped by, it's hard to tell from this distance, whatever gemstone that this thing is actually made out of is a 3-foot tall, 4-sided pyramidal gemstone that seems to be giving off the aura that surrounds you. At the base of the side closest to you, facing in your direction, is what appear to be a large set of stone double doors. On either side, set with a tall column that doesn't seem to support anything, more of a decorative feature.
This is, I'm gonna go ahead. Basically, been keeping them in my peripheral the entire time. But is this where we're supposed to have been going? Like we need to go through the doors now?
No response.
Cool. Can we have our friend back so we can go through the doors?
No response.
I turn around and look at it.
Creature, give our friend back so we can continue on. We need to meet with the necromancer.
No response.
When I push forward, is it the same pressure?
He continues forward with you.
I'm gonna try speaking to it the same way as speaking to Art. I'm speak to it telepathically. Can we have our friend back, please?
No response.
Are you coming with us?
No response.
Do I get to try
Yeah,
disengage?
take
Does
them
it count
with
as
us.
combat?
If we want to leave him here.
No, well, it moved, like we saw her try to push forward and it moved with her. So,
Yeah, this
so
whole time.
we're gonna continue
With him?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
Keeps Arkham alive for the
I
longest, I
don't
guess.
want to be. Please don't spam me.
Yes. Moving forward, the creature does move with you.
I mean, we've gone too far to back out now. So it's like if you let her go, if you just let her go now, like it's not like we're gonna stop.
I don't know what else to do. Like I can try and disengage, but I don't know if it counts because it's not combat.
It seems like it has you in a compromising
Yeah,
position.
like 8 foot.
This seems very close to being grappled. I would.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to try to tell you. If you feel like that's the best course of action, like we start seeing you move, we know what we're supposed to do. But like,
I mean, if you need out, just
yeah,
let me know.
tell us the safe word.
Yeah.
I'm not yelling kiwis. That's my last fucking.
She said kiwi. No.
I mean,
Your last action in the
My
game
last
was
thing I
to
ever
scream
say
kiwi.
is kiwis before I fucking
Okay, well,
finger goes through my throat.
I tell you what, if you say peaches,
I mean, it would
I'm
have
just
to be
gonna come up and
canon
give you
at
a high
that point.
five,
What
and
is
we're
with
gonna,
yelling fruit? Like,
okay. Say
tire.
tire. Wheel. Say wheel. Right, and then like I'll come up and I'll try to give you a high five. We touch, and I dimension door you away. Wait.
so I'm going to yell. Watch Mr. Unathletic Elf lunk his way from the front
Actually,
to the back.
I'm not in the front. I've actually been by you.
Fairly close. Fairly close.
I've actually been pretty close the entire time, and I'm actually way more athletic than you think I am.
I could always just turn around and tell him to leave.
Oh, you can command the dead.
Well, I can't command undead, but I can make him want to not be around me.
Turn on dead. Yeah.
Okay, but are there repercussions to these
Oh,
actions?
well, certainly.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Once dead.
It all depends on how you.
I didn't see how he could use it. I said, like, okay, so he's going to leave, but not before he takes a part of me with him?
He's already
like
got
that.
blood.
I draw.
Well, technically speaking, if he gets turned, he can't do anything except run.
Oh, you gonna come here?
Can he accidentally cause harm when he runs?
Yeah, most certainly.
With
I-
a giant dagger
Yes.
fingers?
Technically, yeah. I
Like the
guess.
length of my body?
But he wouldn't be able to, like, actively slice you open or
4
anything.
fifths. The length.
4/5 now. Fucking look at me.
Are we going back to the giants? Did you measure the density of their skeleton or
No.
something? How many lumps on the skull did you find?
See, that's just stupid.
Oof. For anybody who might watch this in the future, that was not a dog whistle. Please do not
God.
shit all over this video. That was not a dog whistle at all.
We said it was stupid.
Fully recognize the fact that it's in bad taste. Not a dog whistle, please. Go ahead.
What's a dog whistle?
Oh. So, like,
All right, so you need to start. You need to put the bong down and start paying attention to politics. You'll
He
know.
was asking it too.
Yeah, I have no clue what a
so.
dog whistle is.
Oh, okay.
I,
Well, in that case,
basically, like a kind of like a trigger word for like a social.
it's a
issue.
way to hide symbolism in everyday conversations or everyday actions.
These camps for racists.
Oh, like the numbers. I don't remember what the numbers are. But
Yeah, like-
1350 is a dog whistle. The
80,
parentheses on either side of a word.
18, because it's 18 words or 18 letters.
Oh,
however.
the 14 words. I think it's the 14 words. I think it's
Yeah,
14.
I forget.
The parentheses on either side of a word, which is anti-Semitic.
So the shit you see on 4chan.
Yeah, what wasn't originally one, but eventually ended up turning into one because everybody did was the OK symbol. They eventually ended up taking that one anyway because everybody made a big deal about it. Yeah, those are all dog whistles. Just ways of hiding ideology in everyday conversation.
Gotcha. I didn't know it was not okay to make the OK symbol.
Yeah. So, like, especially on like the libertarian white supremacists, like Proud Boys.
Right. You're generally not going to get shit on for using the OK symbol.
So you said
You're only going to get shit on for using the OK symbol if you're in a compromising position where, like, it's
Like if you're talking about
Makes more-
politics, you use the OK symbol, then it's just like,
Or like you see all the cops and the pictures, everyone gets shot because they'll do that below.
Right. And there was some high school ones where everybody did the same thing. Like,
Yeah, I remember the don't look.
yeah, don't try to set up some big, huge thing where all of you do the okay symbol because you think it's sarcastic. You're literally going to get shit on for that. It's just a terrible idea at this point.
Yeah, I had to relearn that one. So I used to do the.
Right. Yeah, but that's more of like an anime. It's almost like the
Yeah, which
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, you glow in the dark white and you're walking around doing like that in a metal T-shirt. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm familiar with making like racist mistakes as a pale, glow in the dark white person. I've done my fair share of like making mistakes.
and you go, wait, that's
But the good news is you learn from it and you don't fucking do it again.
Exactly.
Otherwise, if you decide you want to fight the issue and try to keep doing shitty things, no, sorry, I shit on you for it.
I mean, my favorite one's this. I mean, it's fuck you in Britain.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those things that are like,
Well,
I like that one.
that's because of the longbow. Yeah, so when France used to France and Britain used to fuck with each other all the time. French soldiers would cut off their archers these two fingers, so
Yeah.
they couldn't.
So they couldn't fire the longbow. So they would do it as a form of retaliation. It's like, look, we still have these.
Get
Yeah.
pissed.
Get fucked. We can still pluck or something like that. Someone said something about that. I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's basically like a come and take them kind of fuck you thing.
Come hither, come take it.
we all know
Anyways.
that French and Britons are horrible at foreplay anyway, so they don't need their fingers. Fuck 'em.
I mean, like, the French are notorious for it, actually. Like,
No,
French
they're,
No.
no, they're notorious for being assholes who think they're like romantic.
Yeah.
They can
Right.
be romantic and not good in bed.
okay, I've heard.
Yeah. So, anyway, now that we had our little digression,
History nerds, it's your own fault.
I know. So, continuing on towards the doors.
Guess we're heading towards doors.
Yeah.
I guess we're taking Figaro back there with us.
Thinking tall, dark, and scary.
Figaro. Phantom of the Opera.
See, yeah, which I get that reference to, but I still think of like Pinocchio, the cute little cat.
I know. That's the first thing that always comes in my mind, too, when people say Figaro. So,
That's
yeah.
my go-to gift for like most of my emotions.
Well, just like I'm a huge fan of Othello, but the first thing I think when I hear Iago is not Othello. It just
Oh,
isn't. It's a
the
bird.
bird.
Yeah, it's Gilbert Gottfried. I mean, seriously. Like, there are definitely too many of those things where, like, people will make, like, a serious, like, actual historical reference, and you're like, don't say the
Disney
bird.
fucked that
Don't say
up,
the
right?
bird. Don't say the bird. Don't say it was the bird. Oh, I love the bird. Fuck, why'd I say that? Huh?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it happens. God damn it. So, anyway.
I actually smell like a little person right now. There's no weed smell.
Word.
Didn't
I heard word.
notice. I just. Okay. Sure.
Oh my God, great accent.
I can't hear from this end when people
You
whisper, so
said he smells like a
doesn't
normal
matter.
person right now, and it's just like,
Well, usually I have like weed wafting off of me right now. Like, there's
If you can
nothing.
smell your own weed wafting, you're smoking too much weed. But
yeah, and I can still smell weed. So like,
Oh,
I don't know what the
Your
fuck you're
nose
talking
your
about.
senses have
Your
literally
nose
just been
blind.
dulled,
yeah,
but
and it's
okay.
just how like
oh yeah.
you don't smell your own house, everyone smells your house though, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like if you hit the
Just
same
leave it a
flavor
weed
for too
canister.
long, you'll stop tasting it.
Yeah.
All right. So, moving forward, continuing on to the doors. Approaching the doors, Dothramar. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you had still left your detect magic vision on.
Oh yeah, I have no reason to turn it off yet.
Fairly safe to say as a DM that, I
Yeah.
can usually read most of the time what you plan on doing and stuff like that. As you guys approach the pyramid, there are several magical auras that surround the pyramid itself
I'm gonna tell everyone to hold that for just a second. Not like
in a very globe-like
I'd like to
shape.
try to identify what I see before.
Please don't let it be what I think it is. Is a prismatic set of colors?
No,
Oh, thank fuck.
I think that would only be like evocation, wouldn't it?
prismatic sphere is generally visible. Theoretically, I could be a shitty DM and find a way to make it not, but
Well, I'm thinking more prismatic wall, but yeah.
yeah, no, those are generally visible effects.
I don't know.
Prismatic wall is a wall layered with different flavors of magic, essentially.
So basically, what he did in the tunnel.
It's a wall
Yeah.
about this thick, and it looks kind of like a rainbow. And as you hit it, every single
Layer.
Like-
layer has a different effect.
Right. Okay.
So one will banish you, one does like 20 dice of damage, another one does 20 dice of damage.
Yeah, fire, cold, acid, lightning, petrification, banishment.
And there's
And
very
then force, I
specific
think, which just stops you from
Maybe.
going
I
through it.
don't remember.
and like very specific spells. You have very specific series of spells you have to use.
To get
For a
through.
prismatic sphere, prismatic wall just has to deal a certain amount of damage and it'll go down, if I remember correctly.
No,
It's
you
been a
can,
minute since
you
I've
can
looked.
disable the wall by hitting it with spells.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's just
okay.
one at a time kind of thing, like
Same
fire
thing
for
as
the
the.
cold.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so it's like shipping.
It's been a minute since I've looked at prismatic wall. Usually, prismatic sphere is the one that I default to, just because it's the harder one to get through. So as a DM, I'm the one who's like,
Good to know.
let's prismatic sphere the shit out of stuff.
So at least it's something sparkly. Got it.
Right. We start seeing a whole bunch of colors. We just
fuck off.
It's not Pride Month anymore.
Oh, is that what the colors all for? Is Pride Month? We were supposed to do this last month.
Oh,
What's
no,
that?
we got killed by the
Oh.
wall.
He'll put that on his next year.
You can see.
Well, let me double check. Just make sure the ranges are right where they are.
Yeah. Okay. You can see the first one that you can see closer to where you stopped is an almost light bluish color field of magic that is evocation. And another 20 feet further up, no, 15 feet further up, just barely hugging the outer form of the pyramid, is an almost light red abjuration.
What other colors do I see?
Those are the only two.
Wallet.
The stone of the pyramid that you can see coming just into the edge of where your detect magic is
Mhm.
definitely gives off a very magical aura. But it's just it's an untyped, but it's just the stones themselves have been magically shaped, magically formed.
Gotcha.
So it's just like residual stuff.
Correct. Just residual magic from the creation of this whole entire thing.
Residual transmutation.
Next up,
Yeah.
what you guys doing?
We're going
We
in.
need to go forward, I guess.
Well, you stopped everybody, so that's why I'm asking.
Well, I'm sharing the information that I've got. As far as like, I see traces of evocation and abjuration magic. So someone has definitely warded it. Well, it seems to be somewhat heavily warded. And we're going forward.
I don't know if we have a goal.
Hmm?
I don't know if we have much of an option.
Yeah, no, there's no way that we can turn back.
Do you think there's sure something you might help us a little bit more here?
I think as we get closer, and you don't know I have one.
You used it before. I thought you told us about it.
I didn't tell you what it was.
Use what?
Love it.
Exactly.
I mean, you all know that you have eyes.
Yeah. Like the little gems.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't tell them what it was.
Right.
I've got eyes too.
You got gemstone eyes.
I just got eyes. Avatar eyes.
She pulls them out of a pocket. See, I have eyes.
I don't have a jar of eyes yet.
Like Finding Nemo. Wake up.
What color are yours again?
Yellow.
Good to know. I haven't collected that color yet.
All right.
So you're
So-
collecting heads. Are you going to go for all 3 of them, or?
Got some. I guess the stage is yours. You want to open it up?
I'm not sure if I have the strength to, but sure.
We're still getting close to it. We're still
Okay.
We're not.
Well, no,
looking
you
at it
had, you had paused everybody when you.
Yeah,
saw
and
the
I-
thing,
and I
so-
said,
yet. So what do the lights mean?
I don't take words spoken into the body of a cat as canon.
okay,
What
fair
are
enough.
we walking
It's not a microphone.
through? What are we walking through?
It seems like there's some magical wards, but if we're being led through, they might not be active. I can't really tell from the distance we currently are.
Fair. What's going to happen to us possibly if they are active?
I mean, anything that normally happens whenever we do stuff like that. Death, dismemberment, people dying.
Okay, how am I going to die?
Well, for you, a skeleton. No.
Blood loss. Got it.
It's like we walk through
Hemorrhagic
and
shock.
it proceeds to fireball us and then put an anti-magic field on top
Yeah,
of us.
so,
we
so
can't do
you
anything about it.
can't just say evocation. I know what evocation means.
Blasting. With everything you see, R.
R. Okay, so we have a layer of R, and then we have.
Right. So
a layer-
whenever you saw me fighting against the big fish, and I would put a shield up against it when it was trying to bite me, that stuff too.
Okay, so either blow us up or we're going to be a bird and beat ourselves to death on a window.
Sure. Yeah, something like that.
Uses Windex.
Yeah, right.
All right. So,
I mean, we have clothes.
continuing forward, as you approach the 2 large stone doors, you watch as the 2 panels open up. And what you can see inside is a brightly lit hallway leading further into the pyramid.
Brightly lit, like normally lit, or brightly lit, like dark vision lit?
Torches, looks flickering.
Necromancers, would they make like a portal of their own to use in one of these things?
Oh, definitely. Any wizard with their salt.
I
makes
mean, just
portals.
before 4 of us walk in here with like bags of holding.
Well, I mean, like, it would be very costly to do something like that, especially on this plane where you're far away from the materials you potentially need. So, like,
I mean, they got portals to drop bodies. They can't have portals to drop.
well, yeah, but those
They
are
built a giant
those are
pyramid.
stationary, and they don't like.
Giant pyramid.
Yeah, giant pyramid in and of itself is the building that he wanted. Giant pyramid's not extra dimensional, from what I can tell.
The opening looks normal.
Yeah.
There's no
See, I didn't
magic surrounding the opening.
Yeah, I didn't have to roll for it.
He also didn't ask about it.
I didn't ask, and he offered the information freely, which tells me that
Okay.
there's not as much to worry about the doorway as in what's inside the fucking pyramid.
Mhm.
Like, that's just my thoughts on the matter. I could be wrong, but like,
Covering the bases here. I can't really
Let's
do
go fuck up the
anything.
necromancer.
don't say that out loud.
In
Don't say
game?
that out
Are you
loud.
saying the in game?
Did you say that in game?
No.
Okay.
Why would I say that in game in front of the dingling
Yeah.
behind us?
You know, that's
Me?
it's.
Yeah.
No, the
It is
dingling
now.
behind you.
No.
I'm in danger.
No, I'm doing more like the cat that's crying. I just go thumbs up.
Hang in there.
Yeah. Right.
All right, we're gonna walk forward.
Yeah.
I can't do shit. So wherever you guys are going.
Let's go.
All right. So,
Either way, we don't even have your amazing perception skills to lead us.
This is all because I sat in the fucking back.
Hey man, it could have been me too. So,
Yeah, but it wasn't.
yeah, but it wasn't.
continuing on forward, stepping between the stone doors. Arkin, as you step just inside the threshold, you feel your body pass through the blade that turns almost smoke-like as the doors close behind you. Standing in the hallway, you see a fairly wide room, every bit of 30 foot wide, with columns that run up 2 rows into the distance. On the inside of each of the central side of each of the columns are oil burning pans.
Razors.
Less of what your traditional brazier is, more of the ones that you would see in like the old Egyptian movies, where it's like just a wide brass disc with like the oil inside of it.
Okay, so definitely Egyptian themed. The pyramid was a dead giveaway.
Or Catholic.
Or cat. God damn it.
They're not solid gold.
They're not
No,
solid.
actually they are.
Oh fuck, they are solid
No,
gold.
They look it.
That's as we get closer and like the closer you get to the relationship.
Yeah.
We're in the
So-
peasants.
Yeah. You saw me get a little loony there for a second. You're just like, you think so? They might be.
Kyla
You haven't found out
self-imposed
just
to
yet.
buy.
So, brightly lit. All of the columns are immaculate, well made, super smooth, jet white marble with like a gold inlay almost. And all of the opulence, even though this is a very sparse room with not a whole lot into it, almost distract from the most unsettling part of this room. Looking down, the floor is made of what look to be compressed, held in place corpses.
So as we're walking, it's like,
Surprisingly firm, as if something is holding them all in place.
Can my aura set pick up anything from any of them?
Mm-mm. Nope.
I'm looking like detect magic site still up. I'm looking.
Everything glows.
Goody.
But
The entire floor itself looks to be covered in a faintly invisible but shimmering field that seems to be holding everything in place. Even the walls themselves on the inside, you don't see stone. The whole entire walls are coated in what look to be bodies lined side by side, tightly packed.
Okay.
still there, Catholic.
Do not like.
So that would be abjuration magic, right?
yeah, I bet this room smells like hell, doesn't it?
What's that?
This room probably smells like hell.
No.
doesn't it?
It's
Actually,
probably-
surprisingly, it does not. You smell a faint mix of subtle herbs, exotic spices. You're not very far traveled. You wouldn't recognize pretty much any of these. But it almost burns the edges of the nose.
So would this kind of basically be like magical epoxy? Kind of like we're working out. What?
No,
That's what I meant,
it's like there's
like
no
it-
way to describe
Like you
it.
get the
Um,
you can see
From
like
your
the-
perspective,
Yeah.
it would almost seem that way. Yeah. Like just taking like even just a quick like rub your toe across it.
Yeah, it feels
like,
kind of like
it
the floor, but you can
feels-
see the object.
Yeah, it feels almost like clear epoxy or something like that. Like Dothamar, would absolutely see the shimmering that this is literally just pure magic holding all of this in place. But yeah, from any layman's perspective, it would be very similar to like clear epoxy.
Not in game. I feel like this isn't a fight. This is more of a deal we have to make. Which is bothering me.
I mean,
Because this is so much power.
but the thing is, it like with all the multiple portals, it could be multiple necromancers.
It could be multiple necromancers, but like even as like multiple spellcasters in one, there's only custom rules, and there can only be custom rules in place for casting a single spell at once at this magnitude.
Yeah, I
Look,
mean,
I'm just hoping we get down here and fucking Sultan again. Like he has a day job and a night job.
I mean, that'd be fucking hilarious.
even the portals themselves, the fact that there's permanent, basically gate spells,
Yeah, that alone.
that's
With a
fucking
steady
like
drop of
11th
bodies.
level magic.
Yeah.
Steady drop of bodies.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
means he has armies up there feeding corpses into it.
Yeah.
This is
This is we're approaching a point where I think that we're more likely to make a deal than to try to fight.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Oh yeah, great. Man, I feel like I'm fucking certain I can't talk. But anyways, yeah, I guess we'll continue on forward.
If we're going to sacrifice Gasso, can we loot him first? Okay, just making sure.
Yoseph's just finding a portal and throwing the quiver in it and trying to kill him.
That's fine. That's fair. I'm really
You see Gyatso just opens a door and tosses it in. It's a broom closet.
You'll never take me alive. Nothing happens. I'm just staring at him.
He just runs face first into a broom closet, like buckets and shit. Oh.
See, she knows what she's doing is bothering you, so she's gonna keep it.
I mean, how fast could some? They're probably fast casters, right?
Mm.
Like you. I mean, we really could just like suicide mission it.
We really could.
Portable hole. Eat.
Yeah, no, I could totally throw the portable hole up on the wall. You throw your bag of holding.
No. He's got less shit in his.
Oh, okay. You're the one who was postulating the idea, so I figured like if anyone was going to be doing it.
He's got
Also,
as
I
much
feel
dex
like
as I
it
do.
would be better to shove a bag of holding into a bag of holding than it would be to shove a bag of holding into a portable.
I still want a chance to
That's a
make
lot
it
nicer.
through.
Huh?
If I threw something from a distance,
Oh, I
there's
see what
a
you're saying.
chance
Right,
I'm
right,
gonna
right.
get sucked in.
I mean, it's
It's
got,
only
a,
like 10
it's got
feet.
a range.
It's like 10 feet instant, and then
Yeah.
you get like a little bit of range to hold on to something. So hopefully, like, we've killed the necromancer, the bodies reach out, and I can grab a hand. I don't know.
I feel like if you grabbed a hand, it would just suck whoever you grab hold of her too.
Or just pull it
It'll be like a Jacob's
Yeah.
ladder of bodies. Like,
Yeah,
at that
no,
point, like,
because it doesn't say that it closes automatically. It just closes whenever in that
okay,
area
okay,
it's
okay,
set
we're
through.
it sucks me in. It cuts everything off. I'm holding a hand. I can die happy holding a fucking hand. Like,
And it'll be ours. There you go. Probably got your hand on his goddamn hand.
no. So I'm gonna leave our an amputee stranded on. So we'll both die on separate planes. Because I mean,
Well, you're not on any planet now.
no, it's like an astral plane or something.
Yeah, it sends you to the
Yeah, it's the
astral
astral
plane.
plane.
Yeah,
Plane,
the phrasing is.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
but
plane.
like it's a plane of existence, but it's not.
Again, I know I am dead.
Well, I mean, you don't know.
I mean, I've got like 10 seconds of brain activity left.
Well, if we're being like realistically real, you wouldn't be dead at all. You'd just be in the astral plane somewhere randomly. So you could always take a portal back. There's
Yeah.
tons of portals all over the planet.
Yeah, let me just shit one of those out.
No,
Oh,
no,
wait,
you just
they're-
find
they're
them.
literally
You'll
all
find
over the
they're
astral
all over it.
So I just wormhole my way back and be like, hopefully
Pretty
this is the
much.
right
Yeah, no.
timeline.
Yeah, I mean, quantum leap.
Yeah, just find
You
one.
just quantum leap your way home.
I was gonna be
And
like
you
the
quantum
Guardians
your
of
way
the
to the
Galaxy.
bottom of
Spin-off.
the ocean and you die from the pressure.
Well, I mean, you just got to find one to a good place.
Do you get to pick them?
Yeah, but you don't get to see what's on the other side.
Exactly.
It's like
Not
a random
usually.
thing.
Man,
One hole's in every other hole.
It's definitely not as nice as if you astral projected there, but
And he really is going to make me ask him, like, do you pick 1, 2, or 3?
like, I probably wouldn't.
Do you want the pink one, the blue one, or the yellow one?
And none of them have any distinctive showing, so you can't like smell. You're like, this smells like ocean.
You can't just stick your head through and be like, "Ooh, what's in here?"
Yeah.
You know.
I will say that I do play by the Forgotten Realms novels canon, which when they have described the astral plane portals in Forgotten Realms novels, there is. You don't necessarily have to understand what it is, but they do show, like the actual like look of the portal is definitely based on what's on the other side.
Cool.
That doesn't necessarily mean that you have any idea what it is.
Right. So you have to decide: does the ocean mean I'm going to be the bottom of the ocean, or does the ocean mean?
Well, it's a matter of: do you want the one that's made out of like crackling purple flames and like blackness? Do you want the one that's made out of like white or like dark blue with white swirls? Do you want the one that's made out of like there are basic descriptions for them. So
do you want the pink one, the blue one, or the yellow one?
basically, I mean, you would have like the barest of ideas of like you would at least have a better chance of guessing. How's that?
Is it one of those like, if something goes through, all of it goes through, or can you do like halvesies?
All or nothing. No halvesies.
If something's connected by another object, does that count as sucks everything through?
As soon as it goes taut, it
Snaps. All right. So no, like so Sputnik program.
no,
Got it.
no,
Unfortunately.
no, can't hold it by the ankles.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm thinking like a rope.
I was thinking like using them like a dowsing stick. Yeah. Like a dowsing.
And that'd be better. Like you guys probably have more knowledge, so like whichever one like Dot screams less towards, I've been pushing through it.
Walk towards the light, Carolyn. Walk towards the light. Poltergeist. Definitely one of the creepier horror movies from when I was a kid. Anyway, so
Cool. All right.
what's that?
Based on real life events. I love those because you know it's not.
Yeah, but you know who goes home crying about them anyway?
You.
No, Mark.
Well,
Yeah.
ouch. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nobody can like necessarily control what they're afraid of. Absolutely not.
But someone who takes it seriously. Like you don't go and watch you didn't watch the Conjuring movie and all of a sudden like pour salt like all through the house.
I'll fully 100%
Did you really?
admit that if you're the type of person that takes any of that stuff seriously without any like evidence
Or a grain of
For it.
salt.
I have no sympathy for somebody who takes superstitions seriously, but hey, that's just me. Maybe it's because I grew up without any. So
Grain of salt.
Are you laughing at your own joke?
Yeah. No one else did.
Yeah,
That's kind of
well
angelic.
then. All right. So standing in front of the closed doors,
Can I draw my bow?
certainly.
Okay. What, do we see anyone in the room?
Not currently, no.
Does your magic still work? Or does it be cast light?
Oh, let me see. I cast light.
Your hand lights up.
It's like, that's weird. 'Cause I turned wild. What? Quit fucking looking at me like that.
I was aiming for my amulet.
Seems to be working just fine.
Alright. So we're going to assume that's what we need to go through.
That many words to hide.
Pick a pillar.
Spend enough time in the limelight.
At this point, they probably already know I'm here.
Yeah, still hide from sight.
Maybe. Gestures to the billion dead bodies. A lot of eyes around here.
I'm still seeing all the dolls, right?
I can't hear you when you whisper.
Sorry. I'm still seeing all the dolls throughout the pyramid too, right?
What in the actual fuck?
What?
We talked about this.
Looking
I know,
around.
but you haven't mentioned them.
Looking around, you watch as one of them peeks out from behind one of the pillars.
They're just doing their average thing, still nothing different.
Yep. You look somewhere else and you watch as just last second a foot disappears.
All right.
So what are you guys doing?
Not touching the necromancer's door. Someone else can do that first. And if you need help, I will help.
There's nothing in the center of this room.
The room itself continues on. Like, it's very long.
Right. Okay. So I guess we're gonna walk down.
Yeah.
Okay. Continuing down through the room. About 60 feet into the pyramid, you watch as you can just see the far end of the room come into a clearer view than you can see from the far distance. And there's a large, deep set of stairs that goes off into the distance. And then about just before it disappears up the top, you can see that there's a landing that looks like it might come wrapping back around again. Continue up the stairs.
Yeah.
Cautious.
Detect magic sign still up.
Right upstairs.
Everything still the same. All of the walls and all of the floor, and even like sections of the ceiling, you'll see where there will be like open sections. The columns themselves are each surrounded by a plinth of stone on the top and on the bottom. But other than that, the ceiling, the walls, the floor, all made of compressed corpses. Heading up the stairs, you can see that there are, as the platform, you watch as it doubles back around again, heading up to a higher floor.
Okay.
What if this is just one really, really big mimic?
No, we're saving that for the Christmas special.
Halloween. Too cliche?
Gotta be Christmas.
All right. So, continuing up to the next floor. This one, you can see immediately, is filled wall to wall, as far as the eye can see, with various cases. Some of them glass cases. Some of them look to be open containers, almost boxes with double doors on the front that are left open.
Well, that's not
All of them containing various objects of incredible opulence. Some of them are large gemstones that glitter and twinkle more than you would expect. Golden rods, torques, necklaces, rings, large scepters, staffs, various forms of gorgets that are intended for around the neck that are just sat on what look to be velvet dummies, crowns, you name it, you can find it in here.
Can I touch?
From one side to the other.
And what do I see?
it's a muddled mix. The magic in this area is it's almost flooded out into everything. Nothing in here stands out particularly brightly, but nearly everything in this area is magic to some extent or another, including all of the cases, including all of, like, most of the items, including several large, what appear to be mostly solid gold sarcophagus on the sides that appear to be some form of magic contained inside as well. Nearly everything. It's just a wash of magical auras everywhere.
Can I touch?
Dr. Moore, you can see magic, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass along that description, but I wouldn't touch anything just yet.
Is there a particularly large amount of abjuration magic, perhaps?
Everything from abjuration magic to evocation, necromancy. I mean, you're seeing just a plethora of colors just all over the place.
Would my character have knowledge of mummies?
Give me a religion check.
Okay.
It's not common, but it's a thing.
Oh, every time! No, he doesn't. Yeah, fuck.
The cleric that studied the least, huh?
He studied a lot. He's just not very smart.
So
He's got a +0 on that.
Should we skip
I mean,
the
so
obvious
it's like if I touch stuff with my hand is bad. If I touch stuff with a sword is bad.
Potentially. I mean, I wouldn't risk it. There's magic all over the place, and I'm not touching it.
How about if we do happen to kill the necromancer, we come back here fully rested, and then maybe.
I'm not sleeping here.
What if he dies and the whole pyramid just falls apart?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I'm
thinking.
still thinking like like vengeance
Does he go
spell.
anywhere
So
else?
he's gonna die. All the bodies reanimate. He takes everyone
Morning
with him.
go. Grab and go.
With the floor and the roof and the walls.
Yeah.
And the top on the whole.
Either way, we'd have to run out.
There's a hole in the bottom of the scene.
Doesn't take that much longer just as a running.
So
Yeah, no.
only grab the gems.
Totally grabbing some shit.
I'm just gonna accidentally grab a body. That'll be my luck. Blindly grabbing shit. It's gonna Scooby Doo it.
Go through the gems, grab the rotten fire
Necromancer.
testicle.
I mean, that might be of value for some people in the party.
I mean, 2 sets of dicks, 2 sets of balls.
Double chance of procreation? No.
How's your medicine, Arkin?
Oh.
I'll lie to you, tell you it's gonna be great, and we can try it.
This is a slut.
Roll that insight. Call my bluff.
Trying to roll to see if you can cut his dick off?
No.
No, grab the new one
He
on.
said he wanted a new set of testicles to go with the current set since he's got 2 dicks. And he's
He
like,
technically doesn't have testicles.
perfect.
Oh yeah, we found it out last
So he
time.
wants
Yeah.
to for me to sew
Graph
some
2
on there.
sets of balls to him.
I just
Oh,
told him
God,
yes,
I
I
can
totally
only-
could.
I can just picture it's like the brass balls that people had on the bottom of their pickup truck.
No.
Okay,
I'm
how
using,
many
like,
of these
no,
bodies
we're using these
are
bodies. We're
male?
taking
I mean,
like the old dead.
at this point, you're just hoping her
Cracker
medicine
one.
check.
What's that?
Her.
He was taking them off the body, so I want the old rotted.
Oh. I mean, they're all compressed. You can't see testicles from here.
Right. Well,
They'd be like testicle wafers.
I mean, at this
Well, the
point,
ones on the
you're just hoping that
pyramid, not the ones on the
her
sides.
medicine roll is higher than her
Go for those
perception roll.
minotaurs. Fuzzies.
Set of bull nuts.
Pop-ups.
he get grab fucking minotaur nuts onto him, and then he just like his voice drops like 3 octaves.
I don't think that's how that works.
I know, but it'd be funny if it did. What? It'd be funny. Everyone knows
All
the
right.
testicles pulls on the larynx. No.
Quick tug.
Joe.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
running my head into the fucking wall.
They're still
Get in
fine.
the trap room.
I guess we're just going to head past this without picking anything up.
If you feel like you can dig something and not get caught, that's on you.
I think
We
we
could
should
just
wait till
push
we
it off
come
into a
back.
pile.
I think we should wait till we come back too.
It's gonna be gone. He always does this.
What's the shiniest looking gem in there? How close is it to us?
Make a perception check.
So you remember that scene from Aladdin?
And
Where
then
in the
the
cave,
monkey all
and then the
falls
monkey's
in.
just like,
Yeah, no, that's our monkey.
A boom 13.
You see a number of them. There's one that obviously stands out more than all the rest. It's in a glass case. It's roughly about 6 inches across, hemispherical, flat bottom. It's impossible to tell how many facets it has on it. It just simply glitters everywhere. You're standing here at the head of the stairs. Most of the stuff is off to the sides with a red and gold carpet that runs down the center of the area. It's about 30 feet further up and about 15 feet set over closer towards one of the large sarcophagus all the way to the wall. Another sarcophagus over on this side, another one over here, another one over here. And it's set just off, probably about 10 feet away from the sarcophagus, all the way at the far end of the room.
That's a trap.
it's an obvious one.
Hey, Gyatso, you know how you're fast enough to catch arrows?
Mm-hmm.
You know what goes faster than arrows? Magic.
Guys, I'm gonna break that case right there. You might want to step back a bit in case this causes something.
So this is where you want to play target practice.
I want that gem. And knowing him, he is gonna destroy this.
So, do we see him start lining up a shot?
I mean, did you say that to everybody?
Yeah, I'm telling them that they can move the fuck back.
Can I take my bow and whack his
Hey,
wrist?
I'm gonna just come up to him and be like, hey, man.
I said it first.
She
I said
takes her
first.
bow and taps your wrist.
9.
If she
Okay.
if she's telling you not to,
We
if
can
she's the
move
one that
on.
disables traps, I would probably listen to her.
And we can move on.
We'll play with it later.
If we come back through, I want some of this too.
Worst case scenario, we
I
shove
feel
a
like I
bunch
could
of
fill
cursed
up on
stuff into the
diamonds
portable
here.
hole.
Which means fill up on reviving you assholes.
You reviving.
You are the angriest cleric.
I love it.
It's like when Disney
He's like,
made
how
Daffy
dare you
Duck
make
the
me
healer.
heal?
It's one of my favorite things in the entire world.
Every
I
time I have
absolutely
to
love it.
revive one of you assholes, that's one less ball of fire I can make.
I definitely feel like this is like when they made Donald Duck the healer in Kingdom Hearts.
Yes,
Yeah,
I am
absolutely.
Donald Duck,
Most
absolutely.
unhappy
You gotta start talking
healer.
to the
I can't do it.
All right, so moving through the room.
Yeah.
All right.
That doesn't mean goofy. Yuck, fireball. I burned the
Continuing through the room, past rows upon rows of cases. The room itself is ever so slightly smaller than the one on the floor before. You can see at the far end is a very similar staircase to the one that you had seen before that goes up to another level. About 15 feet before you hit the staircase, a figure appears in front of you, standing there.
That's still on the second floor. Correct?
A welcome to my home.
Are you the one that is termed as the necromancer?
There are a number of lesser creatures that refer to me that way. My name is Amanrut. I am the steward of this place.
Steward. Are you responsible for the magic that keeps us maintained?
That's a difficult question to answer. After so many centuries, it's hard to tell where my magic begins and its magic ends.
So you and the pyramid are one and the same. Essentially.
Not quite, but maybe someday.
So you knew of our presence before we even got here. So you had your guard dog lead us here, basically under threat.
Yes, they serve their purpose.
Then there's more of them. Good to know.
But yes, I did know you were coming.
And instead of outright killing us, I'm assuming you have some reason for wanting us here to speak to us.
Call it curiosity. It gets so tedious dealing with the lesser creatures of this plane. My interest was piqued by the chance for some conversation that may be more intelligent than the banging of rocks.
I understand that.
Well, no one here would fault you for the simple want of pleasant conversation and intellectual conversation. However, not the path I would have taken, but it worked for you, I guess, so I can see its merit.
Oh, just in case anybody wanted to see what he was like.
I do.
Because if he is what I think he is,
I can't see this guy without thinking Yu-Gi-Oh!
right? Let me get it. Give me a little bit.
It's time to duel.
Okay. I'm still so my detect magic is still up.
Correct.
As I'm talking, I'm kind of trying to size him up as best I can.
Yeah, is he like a normal human size? You just said figure. How large is the figure?
To your magic sight, he's a regular, everyday, living person.
How many people? How tall is he?
He's light, not like a dog.
Fairly tall. Roughly about 6'4".
God damn it! It's an ego situation. It's the mind. It's the mind of the pyramid. He is the pyramid.
He said he wasn't.
I
Well,
say he hopes to be someday.
hopes to be
So maybe
someday.
there's like some magical fractioning.
Yeah. Or
Ah.
potentially.
Or they could just be intrinsically ranked.
Or it
Yeah.
could be some weird religious cult. Like he dies, they add the body to the pyramid, and they get a new steward.
Pick one from the bodies outside. Yeah, maybe.
I think he's an undead.
He appears to be human and alive.
He thinks he's a person,
A person.
not human.
That's what I'm trying to.
I know magic about.
I want to hit him with my aura cycle fast.
No target.
Dothamar doesn't know that.
So ironically, the guy with no brain wants to have an intelligent conversation. Sounds like Tinder dates.
Anywho, just gonna breeze on by that one. Did you have a subject in mind you'd like to discuss?
or simply what we all happen upon.
How about a tour? And we'll see what subject comes up.
Sure. Why not?
Well, I have plenty of reasons why not, but I'm more intrigued for the why. So yeah, let's go. Definitely set it again.
What's that?
Definitely set it.
Oh. At what you said, he gives a small smirk off to the side. Excellent. I hope you have all enjoyed my treasures.
We enjoyed the sight of them, yes. We did not attempt to partake.
Oh, I'm quite sure of that. If you will follow me. And he walks up the stairs behind, heading up to the next floor.
Quick, out of game. Would it be bad to ask him what's in the sarcophagus?
I think we should wait for
Let's
his time.
let's see
Let-
how
let's
this
see-
plays out first.
Yeah.
He's obviously got a little bit of an end game.
Yeah.
I guess he's gonna show some stuff that he's gonna try and get us to talk about. And it's probably not
Like,
gonna
he's
be
gonna
good
try-
stuff. Like
This seems like one of the more guys that's trying to divulge information from us, like get the information from us, rather than giving us a whole lot.
I was thinking more like trying to like rile out like emotions, like bring back to like some dead bodies.
He has 1,000 better ways to attempt to rile up our emotions simply by attacking us. This would be the most roundabout, big initiative role that we've ever done.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay.
So, following him up the stairs.
I'll take the lead for this one.
And I'll be
Okay.
directly behind.
How wide are the stairs? Can I walk next to R?
You'd be able to walk next to Ark. The stairs themselves are about 10 foot across. They're deep though they're only the standard 7.5 or 6.5 to 7 inches tall. They're every bit of 2 foot deep, so it's almost 2 steps per step.
So,
And he didn't acknowledge the bow at all, correct?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep that then.
do me a solid, just keep an eye on him.
I'll say shoulder to shoulder with you.
No, you won't.
The easiest way to keep him track of him, I could shoot him.
You can just stand right just behind me.
All right. So following him up the stairs, Dothamar, then Gyatso, then R, and Arkin in the back.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know.
Always more fucking negotiator.
I had to take a piss real quick.
Yeah. Do you want to pause this and I'll get dinner started?
Sounds like a good plan. So then I'll go ahead and I'll end the stream right now, and we'll be back as soon as we pee and get stuff going.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright. That wasn't said in like a rude manner, like I'm not trying to give you shit for that one.